the party of love and acceptance has once again brought hatred to America's front door on the eve of our national Thanksgiving. Last night and early this morning, several individuals tapped by President Trump to serve in his cabinet, they found themselves the target of bomb threats and other promises of violence. And while the left-stream media will play duck and cover to absolve themselves and their political allies of any and all responsibility, the truth of what is coursing through the veins of American life right now is obvious. You see, it turns out, if you spew a fire hose of hatred nonstop for 4 years, turning off the spigot doesn't automatically stop the toxic drip poisoning American society. Turns out if you call Donald J. Trump and all of his supporters Nazi-loving fascists that are a threat to the entire world, well, turns out after that a plane ride to Mar-a-Lago by Mika and Joe Scarborough to say, "We're sorry, mea culpa," doesn't quite cut it. And so, of course, here we are, face to face with the most famous and obnoxious question to ever escape the liberal ivory tower. What is extreme liberalism anyway? Well, we're getting a clear and sober picture of how their extremism has upended all of our lives, every single day, day after day. You see, extreme liberalism is when the Senate Majority Leader for the nation, Chuck Schumer, and other liberal voices are so unhinged that they spew out hatred like this.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you.
Yeah, see, that was just the tip of the iceberg, folks. That rhetoric towards members of the Supreme Court over Roe v. Wade was a catalyst for a man to show up outside the home of Justice Kavanaugh intending on murdering him. To extreme liberalism, it comes in many forms. It's also an FBI attorney fabricating evidence to procure a FISA warrant to spy on the Republican nominee for president, and then extending that probe into the White House when Donald J. Trump wins, and then not doing a single day in jail. See, that is extreme liberalism. It's how extreme liberals subvert the peaceful transfer of power while simultaneously screaming about it nonstop. Extreme liberalism is the director of that same FBI recklessly suggesting before Congress that perhaps President Trump was not hit by a bullet, but shrapnel. As if the issue wasn't the deranged kid on the slanted roof with law enforcement in the room beneath him firing bullets at Donald J. Trump in the first place. You see, right-wing hatred didn't put a bullet in Steve Scalise's hip at a baseball game in 2017. Unhinged hatred of Donald J. Trump and the MAGA movement did that. In the lead up to the 2024 election, the woman at the helm of the Democratic Party for the state of New York, Governor Kathy Hochul, she declared that the 3.3 million Americans that voted for Donald Trump were un-American. That sounds pretty inviting. But of course, then this morning, on the eve of our nation's Thanksgiving, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, the youngest woman ever elected to Congress as a Republican in the history of our nation, and President Trump's choice to whip the UN into shape, well, she had a car ride home for Thanksgiving turkey that turned into a bomb threat detour that no family should ever have to endure. And so here's the truth the political left can't see, and the reality many conservatives have been slow to accept. Accountability is not vengeance. Accountability is not the politics of grievance. Accountability is quite literally the only thing capable of saving our constitutional republic from a gang of left-leaning, democracy-loving vigilantes who believe that their vileness is justified because their moral compass is superior to all of ours. So yes, let us give thanks on this Thanksgiving. Let's eat the turkey and the cranberries, and let us be grateful that Congresswoman Stefanik and John Ratcliffe and so many others are safe and sound on this evening. But let us also be quite clear. Another would-be Trump assassin was arrested down in Arizona. And so the rhetoric continues to have a half-life. The rhetoric of extreme liberals has produced an environment where rifle muzzles lined the path to the White House for the first time since the 1960s. And either we commit to ending this tyranny of violence right now, or their vulgarity will turn into the tyranny that our founders warned us about. And it will surely take our constitutional republic hostage.